Alright, so let's get started. Looking at this bell ringer. Please hear me very clearly on this. I am starting a little bit slower today than normal because I didn't get to see first block, so I'm not going to rush y'all. This is not the pace that I'm normally going to have. I've been chill. We have been in class for a total of 8 minutes. This bell ringer question should not take 8 minutes. This bell ringer should take 3 to 4. Which means 3 to 4 into the class, which means that we need to get seated. We need to be logged in before the bell, and then we have 3 to 4 minutes to knock out the bell ringer. Okay? Yes, sir.
It won't let me log in before the bell.
It wouldn't let you log in before the bell? I mean, are you logged in now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just had to listen.
Okay. I'll make sure. Hey, listen. If there's a problem with the calculators, one, let me know so I can take care of it as quickly as possible. Two, if because I think for y'all I had to restart my software. If that ever happens, then I'll account for that, right? So I understand when that happens, but I'm just saying in general, we are kind of lackadaisical about coming into class. I need y'all to get seated. I need you to get to work so that we can learn and grow as much as possible. Okay, so all that being said, I'm about to stop the poll.
Wait, can we put our own seat?
Can what?
I figured out what it was.
Say again, Saquon?
Can we pick our own seats?
No.
Hours. Wait, hold up.
I have 5 of y'all that have words on it but not submitted. You need to submit to make sure that I definitely get it. Do that quickly.
How many people you got?
I thought it would just pop up everywhere.
5.
I get a check every month.
A check here, what?
2.
Your disability.
I'm starting in 5,
Philly.
4,
Your disability.
3,
Are you
2, 1.
I be sleeping.
Okay. So we're gonna get started looking at this. One thing I do want to point out, and I want to make sure that we're all aware of this ability. If you miss a day of class, every single day I'm going to record 1 day of class. I'm going to upload those videos to YouTube so that you can have that resource and not get behind. Thankfully this semester I have 4th block prep, so that guarantees that I can record the video, I can upload the video, and post the video before I even leave school. So you should be able to see that video anytime you are absent. And so
You
it's
recorded
on
yesterday?
YouTube. Say again?
You recorded yesterday?
No, because I didn't teach any new content that I'm going to test you on yesterday.
So
Okay.
we actually got a YouTube channel. No, don't say we.
I'm saying I'm not going to test you on the content effort that I did yesterday. So, Jason, what were you asking?
So we basically got a YouTube channel.
Yes, I have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
If you go to YouTube,
No, you rich people watching one video? I just want to see my face. My face is in the
okay, look, hey, pause and focus. Literally, if you go to youtube.com and you search my name, so please note, I am not logged in, so whatever pops up right now is literally the first thing that pops up on YouTube. So if you search Nathan Kenny, what is the very first thing on that?
You and your wife.
That's me and my wife right there.
Your dad, your
And
king.
so,
We your head.
well, if you click on the picture, it shows, or it should. I apparently need to update the picture and shift it down. But if you click on my name, this is what'll pop up. Now there's not much here right now because I actually hid all the videos that I had posted from previous semesters. So literally the only videos are this semester's videos. Yes, sir.
Should I ask why you did that?
Why what?
You need the video.
Imagine hiding all
So
the
you
videos.
Well, because you don't need to see the videos from last semester because I'm recording each day for this semester. So I don't want, because if you try to look through the videos, I don't want you to get lost and look at old videos that aren't going to help you.
Hey, Mr. King, in one of the video I got in front of the camera.
Okay.
You seen that or not?
Yes.
I was like, you seen it?
Yes.
I
But Jason, it's more just to clean it up so that there's not hundreds of videos. Because I literally had, I want to say, I don't want to lie to y'all, but I really do think it was close to 800 plus videos because I started doing this during 2020, right when COVID hit.
Yeah.
And so I've been posting videos since then.
Okay.
And when I create the videos, the camera can only record so much data at a time, and so it can only record for an hour. And so because of that, it ends up splitting each day's video up into at least 2 days, or into 2 videos. And so it's 2 videos every day at least. Yes, sir.
Can I ask a mathematical question?
You can always ask a mathematical question.
On average, how many views?
That's an excellent question. I have not ever done the analyses on that. My guess, it would be close to 15 to 20, or at least based on the views from last semester, so it's not a lot. But, and I have no clue why, but literally, I've already had 10 views on this video from the 10th and 10 on this video from the 11th.
Maybe your old students just like.
Wait, I know.
I'm finna subscribe and everything, he got me to subscribe. I'm the character.
You're recording?
2 words.
Yeah, I don't take anything off.
You the first teacher.
You have that recording.
Well, one,
Please tell me you did.
can I talk?
Yeah.
Thank you. One, I only record 1 block a day usually. 2, that happened during the second block, which was my planning, so I wasn't recording. Yeah.
What happens for
Dang,
you?
imagine like crosswalk
Okay.
them, like, what about you?
2 quick things I want you to notice on these videos. If you click on them, when you click, first off, if you scroll down and you look at the description, I always tell you what the video is about. So, one, if you miss it, hold on, let me talk. If you miss a day of school, you can, one, see what this video is about. So this was all about characteristic of interest, sample surveys, and populations, right? This was our first look at those key ideas. The first time I teach something, I'm going to go into a lot of detail and explain things very heavily. Those are videos you want to watch. However, I will also point this out. One, this is a 26-minute video, and it even says right here that it's only part 2. Because how much time do we have in class every day? Like 5 hours. It's not 2 hours, it's 90 minutes, guys. Y'all being extra.
You could just sit an hour and 30 minutes.
You could say that too. Okay, so here's my point though. Listen, alright? At the, in all reality, y'all work in small groups a good bit, right? Like when I had y'all using the random number generator and the random digit table, y'all just worked in small groups for a good chunk of that time.
Only a few cooperated, but yeah.
I mean, was I at the front directly teaching? No. So if I'm not at the front directly teaching, if you're working in small groups, should you watch that part of the video?
Yes.
How is that going to be helpful?
You watch the whole video, man.
Okay.
You can just hear like.
You watch the whole video.
Okay, but my point is if you're in small groups, that's not going to have really good audio, it's not going to be a great time to watch. So what you should do is you should focus on the times when I'm at the front of the room giving direct instruction. Okay? So that's the part of the videos you should want to watch. I will also finally point this out. You can use this to study for tests as well. If you realize that there is a specific concept that you've been struggling with, and you haven't been able to come to tutoring at all, you can go find that concept in the description or in the title of the video, and you can watch that part of the video. So if you know you've been struggling with random digit tables or random number generators, you can watch that part of the video right here, and you can get information on that. If you're studying for a test and you want to borrow a calculator to make sure that you know how to use the random number generator, check out a calculator with me, bring it back the next day before school so that my students can use it first and second block, but you can watch the videos and get help with it that way. Yes, Bryson?
Why don't you just edit the parts in small groups out of the video?
No.
Do you know how much time that takes?
No, he doing good just how he is.
How many of your teachers even take the time to record and upload a video?
Exactly, you the first teacher I ever seen do it.
Thank you.
You welcome.
Okay, I could do that. But the fact of the matter is, because I used to do that, it took up so much time. And I want to spend time with my wife. I don't want to work all the time. And so,
You got a wife?
He got life.
I literally showed you pictures of my wife and kid on the day one of
He can be on a
school.
TV show. I really showed you a picture.
She was the
I was probably sleeping. I don't know.
I'm aware, you probably were sleeping. Alright,
My hand been up for the longest.
what you got, Saquon?
If you want to record 1 block a day, why you choose to record iCloud?
No, keep doing what you're doing, Mr. King.
So I record early on right now. I've actually recorded a couple blocks each day because I also need a video where I've moved the camera around some because I got nominated for an award called the Presidential Award for Excellence in Math and Science Teaching, and I have to submit a 30-minute video for that.
Why your calculator talking?
So let's look at the bell ringer questions to develop a better understanding of what two major concepts. What were they about? Started with population and, not sample. We will talk about samples, but population and characteristic of interest. Now, I gotta ask, I see 3 HR for 3 hours. Where was 3 hours anywhere in this? Nowhere.
We got 3 hours on it.
I can go in and look at it later. Like legitimately, this isn't funny. Like, do you think that this is gonna earn you credit for doing the bell ringer if you type out silly things like this?
No, that's not gonna help you at all.
Yeah.
That's not gonna help. Yes, Jay Sean.
Jay Sean did
Let
that.
me see who put that.
Bro.
Y'all finna get embarrassed.
It was like a group, bro.
Hannah, what's your
Better than me, I ain't quick.
okay? Look, it's okay. But yes, that's the thing. Like, I can see who submitted and who submitted what. But look, guys, listen. I need you to understand this about bell ringers. Pay attention to this. The bell ringer is not just a waste of time. They're either going to be something that is previewing something we've already done, it's practicing something or it's previewing something we're about to do, or it's practicing something we've already done, so that I can give you help and support and talk about the things that you need to understand to get better at these skills. These bell ringers are actually useful, and I need you to put your brains in gear. I need you to try them so that during the whole class discussion of it, you can learn. Now, John collects the names of all students who attend public high schools, from schools in Tuscaloosa County, and he randomly samples 120 to determine the typical number of hours high school students work in a week. What is the population for the study?
It's like the students.
Tuscaloosa Public.
Hold on, pause. I appreciate y'all getting involved, but I'm gonna ask an important question that I need y'all to start with, because we are skipping this for a majority of these answers. What is a population? And I need you to pay attention to that. If you're going to answer what is the population for this study, what do you have to know?
How many people?
Who it is? The group.
I have no.
Saquon?
What was the question?
If you're going to answer the question of what is the population for this study, what do you have to think about and know first?
Oh, the location.
The group.
Oh.
What, say that again. Someone said something.
The group.
What do you mean the group?
Like, what's the data surrounding, like, about?
Okay, I want y'all to pay attention to what Saquon is saying here, because a lot of us are skipping the most important detail, and he's not 100% answering the question I'm asking, but he's getting there. What is a population?
A population ain't as like, it's a lot of people, man.
A group.
It's not just a bunch of
A
people.
group of people.
It's not just a group of
The
people.
It's all a
big
group
group
of
of people you wanna know about.
And I will say, and I do want to clarify, it doesn't have to be people, but it is the big group that you want to know about, right?
Yeah.
This is something we've got to start getting better at. And this is why I was saying, get out your books. Because if you want to say, what is the population of this study, you got to make sure you know what a population is. So what is a population? It's the big group of people you want to know about. So notice this. Are the 120 students that you sampled the big group you want to know about?
No, maybe.
Does anyone know what that 120 students are? Or what this, what it is? Say that again. It's the sample, guys. You've got to pay attention. The sample is the what? And we should have had notes about this in our book as well on page 60, M5-66.
There's a lot of samples.
Well, there's a lot of samples, but what is a sample? Hannah, do you have the book? Where is it? I would get it out. It's going to make your job easier.
Book number 2, right?
Sample.
Book number 2.
Volume 2. It's a sample is a what?
I got
A
volume
small
1.
part of the population.
Sample is a small part of the population that you actually get your data from. Who are we actually getting our data from? What's the small group? The
120
students.
120 students.
We got to pay attention to that. The sample is the small group that you actually get your data from. The population is the Big group that you want to
No.
know about. So what is that big group? Let's look here, right? I see people talking about how many hours. Do we want to know about the hours?
No.
Is that part of the population?
No.
No, the hours is a part of the
Interest.
characteristic of interest. We gotta pay attention to that. Remember, the characteristic of interest is the, not the who, but the
What?
what.
What?
The characteristic of interest is the what. The hours is my what. So, does anyone see the most accurate answer up here? There's a couple of them that are very strong.
Yeah. Yeah, public Tuscaloosa High School students.
Public Tuscaloosa High School students. Notice, did I say it has to be Tuscaloosa County School System?
No.
I just said Tuscaloosa County. So that could be Tuscaloosa County School System or Tuscaloosa
School system.
City.
City.
There's Tuscaloosa City Schools and Tuscaloosa County School System. It could be either one of them. So any public high school. And I do want to point out, do I need this detail of public schools?
Yes.
Why?
Because you can't do ACA.
I don't want any information
Why
about
not?
private schools, right? At least in the context of this study, I didn't want anything about public or the private schools. So pay attention to the details. All the information is there. I just wanted information about public Tuscaloosa high school students or students in public schools in Tuscaloosa County, right? Now, do you want to clarify? Does anyone know what detail is missing from this answer?
What did the answer say?
It says students in public schools in Tuscaloosa County.
You all wanna know about high school.
So I want to know about high school. Now, middle schoolers and elementary school students couldn't be working, but we would want to include that small level of detail. All right, last thing before we get to go to lunch, characteristic of interest, typical number of hours. But what about those typical number of hours? Typical number of hours that
Students study, work.
students work in a
Day.
week. We got to pay attention to details. It doesn't say a typical amount in a day, it says they work in a week. You've got to read the details. This isn't anything magical. This information is there in the question, isn't it? It's there. Pay attention and read carefully. Questions, comments, or concerns about population or characteristic of interest before I let you go to lunch. Feeling okay? We can get some more practice with it, Jay Sean?
Put my shades back on. Oh, bro.
Yeah, you can put it on while you're at lunch, not while you're in my classroom. So.
Bro, what?
Alright, have a good time at lunch. I will see y'all in
Man said
about
have a good
25
time at
minutes.
lunch.
What you got, T?
What got, man? Between guys.
So we just did a bell ringer on the, what is the population versus, characteristic of interest. And it started pretty, I didn't start very fast today because I didn't get to see my first walk, so we're going a little bit slower. I showed them where they can find the videos on YouTube. So literally, so I record once a day, right? And I post those to YouTube. So if you search my name, Nathan Kinney, on YouTube, it is literally the first channel that pops up.
I'll get back to you.
That was it. Yeah, I went pretty chill on it. I have not put you into the grade book, or online as absent, but I wrote in my book and I'll fix that now. Yeah, yeah. Because I knew that, but I wasn't sure if you were gonna come or not, so.
Yeah, I told at least to let you know I was going, because I was in class with her last